Today I'm going to show you step by step how you can convert an ordinary torch like this one to become a continuity tester and be able to perform all the continuity test functions that an ordinary meter like this one usually does. A continuity meter has got two probes. One is positive, this one, then this other one here is the negative one. It has got a screen pointer. When these two probes come into contact like this, it means that now current is flowing from the positive side to the negative probe, and there is continuous flow of the current, and that is why our pointer has deflected to the farthest edge. When you break the contact, there is no continuation of the flow of current, and our pointer falls back to the rest position. So this is how an ordinary continuity meter works. I'm going to test two fuses here. I'm going to test the first one. So what I'm going to do, one of the probe is going to touch one end of the fuse, while the other probe touches the other end. And when you look at the screen of the meter, there is full deflection. That means that this fuse is okay. Let's test this other one. I touch that one end of the fuse and then the other terminal of the fuse like this, but there is no deflection on the meter, so that fuse is bad. But now I'm going to show you how you can do the same thing, but this time using an ordinary torch that we are going to convert into a continuity meter. Welcome, and kindly follow me to the very end, and I also like to ask you that you subscribe and you share this video. You find it very helpful, I guarantee you. This is how you convert this torch to become a simple but effective continuity tester. Leave the switch button on and you remove the dry cell, and then get at least 1 meter of a flex wire like this one, and strip the two ends so that the conductor inside is exposed, and the red flex cable, you fix it onto the negative terminal of your torch. This is a negative, this is a positive terminal, so fix it here and you ensure that it is tight. Once you have fixed it, then you get a paper insulation that is going to insulate this terminal from coming into contact with your dry cell like that. Once you have done that, get a second paper insulation and the other end of your black cable, make a small hole so that your wire can go through. This wire terminates on this paper like this, and once you have done that, allow that wire to sit on the other insulation, and once that one's done, you can now bring in your dry cell and you fix it back to the torch. Now you can see the red wire is touching the negative terminal of the torch, while the black one is touching the negative terminal of the dry cell. The two wires, they are not in contact with one another because of this insulation here. If we bring the two wires into contact from the other end like this, the torch lights up. Now this becomes your probe wires. Just like we have probes on the ordinary meter, this becomes your probe wire. You can now use these ones to test our fuses again. When we touch the two terminals of the fuse The first one, the torch is not lighting up because there's no continuity, meaning that that fuse is bad. When we touch the two terminals of the second fuse, the bulb lights up, meaning that there's flow of current through the fuse. There's continuity, and that means that this fuse is okay. We now test an RCA cable. So lead to lead, yellow to yellow. So that RCA is okay. We are now using our torch continuity tester to test if this diode is okay. So one of the probe wire touches one of the terminals of the diode, so that side. Then I exchange the probe wires. Yes, it lights up, meaning that this diode is okay because it's supposed to pass current only in one direction. And that's how we make a very effective but a simple continuity tester using a torch, which is able to test any electrical conductor. Thank you very much for watching.